If you train your abs and they still hide like a shy celebrity, it's not because you're cursed, it's because something else is covering them. And once you understand that, revealing them becomes way simpler than you think. Today, you're going to finally understand why your abs stay hidden, even though you train them, and what you can do starting this week to make them show no gimmicks, no 10,000 crunches a day, just logic, training, and a strategy that actually works on real bodies, including yours. Here's the part nobody wants to hear, and yeah, it kinda sucks. You can have strong abs and still never see them. Your abs can be built, but stay hidden under a layer of belly fat. Abs are built in the gym, but revealed by strategy. Most people think, I'll just train abs harder. If that worked, every person doing crunches in high school gym class would have walked out with a six-pack spot reduction as fake. You can't melt fat off your belly by torching your abs. If that were possible, everyone would have had a six-pack by Tuesday. If your abs are hiding, it's because your body is holding fat around your midsection. Not your fault, just biology doing biology. The fix is creating a small, consistent calorie deficit. Not starving, not suffering, just giving your body a reason to use stored fat. And no, you don't need to weigh every grain of rice like a mad scientist. Crunches aren't useless, but they're not the MVP. The real definition comes from movements that challenge stability and rotation. Hanging knee raises, planks, reverse crunches, cable crunches. These aren't sexy, but they work harder than the flashy stuff on Instagram. More core movements you can add into your routine are side plank raises, crucifix crunches, and hollow body holds. Each one hits your abs from a different angle and helps build a stronger and tighter midsection as you get leaner. If you throw abs in after an exhausting workout, you'll train them like a zombie train abs, fresh even for 6 to 8 minutes, the quality skyrockets. Strong abs equal better posture, better lifts, and more visible definition once the fat drops. Let me save you months right here. Mistake number 1, only doing crunches. If crunches built six-packs, grocery stores would run out of ibuprofen. Mistake number 2, training abs every day. You wouldn't train legs every day, right? Abs need rest too. Mistake number 3, thinking you're not lean enough. Definition shows when fat lowers, but muscle must be there first. Build strong abs underneath. Slowly lower the fat above. Combine them, and suddenly you start seeing that outline in the mirror. Your abs aren't missing. They're just shy and waiting to appear. Here's your 7-day challenge. Do 2 to 3 workouts this week. Track what you eat just enough to build awareness, not obsession. Tighten your habits by 10%, not 100%. Small changes hit harder than you think. All right, let's keep going. Now that you know why your abs can stay hidden, it's time to talk about belly fat and why it seems almost impossible to get rid of. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. Your body just prefers to hold fat around your midsection. Think of belly fat like that one friend who refuses to leave the party, even when everyone else is walking out the door. You can politely ask it to leave, but it just sticks around, hanging on for dear life. The good news: once you understand why it's there, you can start to work with your body instead of against it. And that's when the changes really begin. Here's the simple science of fat loss without all the noise. Your body burns fat when you take in less energy than you use. That's it. Nothing complicated. Nothing mystical. Just basic biology doing its job every single day. Eat a little less, move a little more, and your body will start tapping into the stored fat it's been stubbornly holding on to. You don't need to starve yourself. You don't need to live on endless cardio. Even a small calorie deficit, something you can maintain consistently, is enough to make a difference over time. Now, here's where most people screw it up. They hear calorie deficit and immediately imagine weeks of misery. Small meals, endless salads, giving up all the foods they love, and they get frustrated and quit before it even starts working. But it doesn't have to be like that. A deficit can be simple. Swap soda for water, Eat 80% of your plate instead of 110. Take a 10-minute walk after a meal, or replace just one junk meal a week with something balanced. Small adjustments, repeated consistently, are what really move the needle. Movement is another piece of the puzzle, but you don't need to run marathons or spend hours on the treadmill. Even small intentional activity adds up. A 10 or 20-minute walk after meals, a jump rope session, or a couple of short full-body workouts during the week all help your body burn more calories and, over time, belly fat. Consistency is the secret. Small efforts stacked daily beat sporadic bursts every time. Showing abs are revealed through two things working together: strong muscles underneath and reduced fat above. If you only focus on lowering fat, your abs can look flat and undefined. If you only train your abs, they stay hidden under that stubborn layer. Here's the timeline nobody likes to talk about, but everyone needs to know. It usually takes 6 to 12 weeks of consistent effort to see noticeable changes. Not perfection, not extreme measures. Just steady, logical effort. Most people quit after 2 weeks and assume nothing is happening, but your body was simply starting to respond. Give it time. Stick with it. And finally, remember this: your abs aren't missing. They aren't broken. They aren't hidden forever. They're just under a small layer of fat, and fat can be removed. You're not creating something new. You're revealing what's already there. And now that you know the science and strategy, you can start making consistent, real progress toward finally seeing the abs you've been training for. So to wrap this up, let's run through everything you just learned. Because if you actually follow this, your abs will show. First, we talked about the real truth about abs: that everybody has them, they're just hidden under fat. Then we cleared up the spot reduction myth, because no, you can't just train your belly and melt fat right there. That's not how the body works. We broke down the 3-step blueprint: eat in a slight deficit, move more, and train your core with purpose. Then we covered the common mistakes people make: starving themselves, doing random workouts, obsessing over crunches, and what to do instead so you actually see results. You learned how belly fat really works, what a calorie deficit actually means, how to avoid messing it up, and how movement speeds up fat loss way faster than people think. Then we covered how abs become visible, what timeline is realistic, and why consistency beats everything else. So listen, if you take what you learned today and apply even half of it, your body will change. Stay consistent, trust the process, and you'll see those abs. Let's get it.